The National Treasury has presented spending estimates totaling to 2.91 trillion shillings to the National Assembly for approval ahead of the commencement of the 2020-2021 fiscal year. So the submissions contained in the 2020 budget policy statement published last week are on the back of the Planning Ministry tweaking to the fiscal framework to accommodate the government's much-needed spending cuts. So in the plans, the national government sees the sharpest decline in allocation to 1.83 trillion shillings from 2 trillion shillings in the 2019-2020 financial year, with all of the executive, judiciary and parliament seeing cuts to appropriations to about 1.78 trillion shillings, 18.1 billion shillings and 36.2 billion shillings respectively. County governments are set to receive a total of 375 billion, with a partly 316.5 billion representing allocations from the national government's equitable share. Consolidated Fund Services has been allocated 763.2 billion shillings, including debt repayment amounting to 174.1 billion shillings and 456 billion in principal and interest settlements respectively. To fund the narrowed budget, the National Treasury is betting on domestic revenue mobilization efforts to top the 2.1 trillion shillings to include 1.856 trillion in ordinary revenue collections by the Kenya Revenue Authority, that's KRA, and 277.4 billion in ministerial aid collections. So the budget deficit narrows to about 614.1 billion, exclusive of grants, which are expected to come in at 46.8 billion shillings.